Now, our next guest was catapulted to fame in 1991, crazy to think so long ago, when at just the age of 19, he sang The One and Only.
I am. Now, over 30 years later, Chesney Hawkes is still making music. Before we speak to Chesney, good morning to you. There he is there. Let's have a look at the new single and, more importantly, the new video.
Don't tell me I know best. I'm not the same as all the rest. I am the one and only. Nobody I'd rather be. I am the one and only. You can't take that away from me. The company sees up to me. Change your mind. Fall in line. Get a hold of yourself. Give me your all. Don't let me fall. You decide. Amplify. Get a hold of yourself. Get a hold of yourself. Get a hold of yourself.
Good morning, Chesney. Thank you for joining us. You're somewhere exotic this morning. Where are you?
Oh, I'm in Copenhagen at the moment.
Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, our editors here obviously were being very nice, and it's 9:30 in the morning. So part of your video there was when you clothes on, because there's a lot of this video that you don't have clothes on.
Yes, I was very impressed with your editors there. I don't know how you managed to get that without showing any of my flesh, shall we say. Protecting my modesty.
You're not joking. I mean, you've literally copied the Barry Keoghan finishing sequence of the film Saltburn. You show a lot of cheek.
Yeah, it's a very cheeky video. Absolutely.
I mean, you didn't hold anything back. I mean, you are completely naked. Are you in this whole video?
Yeah. Oh, I was swinging in the wind, boys. That was that was all me. Yes, absolutely.
So, Chesney, come here. What made you decide that, look, at the new single's coming out, so I have to make a video, something like this? This is a bit risky because, this could have gone maybe one way or another, but it's after being so well received. And we had all our floor staff watching the video here this morning.
The biggest question I'm getting on this round of promo is, why?
Yes. Why? Well, tell us why.
I'll tell you why. Well, basically, the song itself is about kind of self-empowerment and self-expression. You get to a certain age, and I'm in my 50s now, and you just kind of feel like you've earned the right to be you. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a freedom, really, and I wanted to, I wanted to kind of give that impression, and I wanted to do something bold with this single because of that, the meaning behind the song. And I saw that film, Barry Keoghan at the end, obviously dancing naked. He was fully swinging in the wind, as was I, but we edited those parts, shall we say.
Not completely.
Not completely.
As
not
my
if you
wife
do
would
freeze
tell
framing.
me.
Not if you go frame by frame. You might be able to catch a few little moments, shall we say.
It's swinging in the wind, it was. What do your kids make of this? Because you have 3 kids, they're 23, 21 and 18. What, their friends have now seen their friend's dad.
I mean, put it this way, I wouldn't have done this 10 years ago because I think that, the school playground would have been a cruel place for them to have seen this. But nowadays, they're older and, they're young adults now, and they're like, oh, it's just dad doing his thing. He's having a midlife crisis, And
I believe, Chrissy, your wife was, when you said it to her, she was going, do you know what? Go for it.
She did, yeah. She was very supportive of the whole thing, and it was my idea from the start, really. And we had other ideas come to us in the team, like we should do this, we should do that, but nothing really kind of matched up to just me getting my kit off, And I was like, guys, I think I just have to do it. I think I just have to get my kit off. So that's what we did.
And you sure did. You went for it. Fair play to you. That hat. Did you take the hat? For people who want to look at the video, there's a hat covering the bit of modesty. Was that your own, or did you actually put that back? Is that still in
that
the
a
house?
prop? Is that a prop?
I wouldn't subject anyone to having to wear that hat after what I did with it.
Okay.
It's my own hat. It's my own hat.
It's a good holder anyway.
Oh,
And of
boys,
course-
you're cracking me up here.
The video was shot in, people might recognize it, was Tom Selby's house
Thomas
in
Shelby,
Peaky
yeah.
Blinders.
Yes,
So
yes.
how did you
it's,
manage to get that?
Well, I have a fantastic production company, Sitcom Soldiers, that were working with me on this project, and their offices are actually quite close to Arley Hall, where we filmed. So they've actually used it before in a shot. So they knew the people, and they just called up, and it happened to be free. So
Wow.
it was kind of like meant to be for me, you know, because as soon as I saw the pictures of that place, I was like, that is the place. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
It's absolutely, well, congratulations. The music video is very, very funny, and the new single is great as well, the Get a Hold of Yourself. We have to ask you about the one and only. It's unbelievable you're 19 when that came out. Like, whenever you say your kids are 23, 21 and 18, you are at the peak of your power at that stage. How do you think, do you look at them like, are they into music? Do you kind of think, what was my life like when I was their age?
Yeah, I often think that when they come home drunk and whatever. I was like, what were you doing when you were 18? You know, they're just great kids. My kids are amazing. You know, my eldest is an actor. He's 23. My girl, she's at St Andrews University studying animal behaviour. My youngest is 18, and he's my lead guitar player. So he's kind of following in the footsteps, as it were. You know, he's an amazing talent.
And
Wow.
you're like, because your family, your father was in a band years and years ago,
Yeah.
and is it your brother is your drummer as well, and always
Yeah.
has been. So that
Yeah,
that music family now with you, that must be great when you're on the road, because you've always gigged. You've never stopped gigging in those 30 years.
No, that is true. And I took advice from a lot of my dad's friends. My dad was in a band called the Tremolos.
Yeah.
So it all started with him. And I never, ever came off the road, as you said there. So yeah, it does feel like a bit like the Partridge Family. There are times, there's a picture when my dad's not been well recently, but a couple of years ago, I filled in for him for the Tremolos. And there's a picture of me, my brother, my dad, and my son all on stage singing Silence is Golden, which was their biggest hit, which is still probably my favourite moment ever on a stage.
That's amazing.
that's
And the
so
fact
good.
is now, Chesney, I think the problem now when you're touring, they'll be all shouting, "Get your kid off."
I've ruined it for myself.
A
haven't I?
gig won't be complete until you do the full Monty now every night.
Oh, jeez.
Did you do
I might
much?
have to do that on my tour, actually. I'll bring the hat and
Yeah.
I'll walk off stage for a Lady Gaga costume change and then just come on before I do the change.
Yeah, there you go. Grand finale.
The full man. Did you do much training for it? Because in your 50s, you're decent, Nick. Fair play.
Well, thanks for noticing there. Not really, to be quite honest with you. That's just me. I'm quite an active guy, but I didn't train for it. I didn't want to make it like a kind of a Lenny Kravitz where he's got like the six-pack, and because I'm slightly dad bod, and I quite like that because I didn't want it to look like I was taking myself too seriously. It was I just want to just kind of be me. So
Yeah.
that's what we ended up doing.
I mean, like you have been in the music industry, and it's like every artist when you're keeping there and you're keeping at it. It's like this now. Everybody's talking about Chesney Hawkes again, and it's brilliant. But like recently, then I loved it. And I was actually watching it on the Michael McIntyre show. The surprise that was. Tell us about that and what happened.
Yeah, that was amazing.
You were the star of the night, wasn't it? The surprise star.
It's called the Unexpected Star. And I turned up with my manager to what I thought was the record company. They'd had something in the vault for me, which is that jacket that you can see there, actually. And basically, there's my wife there and my best mate. Basically, they all surprised me completely. I was total shock. I'm still in shock, and I still haven't forgiven Michael for that one.
Are
But it was
you
great fun.
serious? You knew nothing about, you thought you were going to
Literally.
get jacket.
That's
I
the
didn't
idea.
even know
They
that. They
plan
said
it
they
with
had
the families. Yeah.
Yeah, they said I had something to collect, and I didn't know it was the jacket. But yeah, total and utter shock. I mean, I don't know how they managed to keep that from me, because obviously that's a massive production. It was like apparently 3 months of organising, and my son there was on stage with my brother was on drums, my wife was in the crowd, my manager was there. I mean, they all managed to keep it from me. It was amazing.
That's unbelievable. Well, you picked up the guitar pretty quick. It's second nature.
Well, if I can't sing that song, you know, at the last minute in my sleep, then something's wrong.
Oh,
So tell us about the new single then. We're talking about the video, but tell us about the new single. Is there going to be an album? And then more importantly, are we going to see you on tour? Are you going to be in Ireland?
Oh, I really hope so, as far as coming to Ireland, yeah. There is an album included in this wider project. This is just the beginning, this single. I just wanted to kind of throw this one out there. So there'll be other singles and an album next year, and followed by a tour. So I really do hope I'll be coming to Ireland. That would be amazing.
Unbelievable. Well, we look forward to having you over here as well, Chesney. Such a laugh, and fair play to you.
Yeah, fair play to you, because
guys,
everybody here all morning was just saying, that is just brilliant. You really have got on the crest of a wave at the moment, so thank you so much.
He's got some balls.
Oh, you saw them?
Literally. The new single is Get a Hold of Yourself, Chesney Hawkes, the one and only. Great to have you with us. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me, guys. That was fun.